Okay, so wow, it has been a very long time since I've put out one of these videos. Um, don't mind the looks right now. I'm up under the weather. I feel like I've been dragged around by a school bus this week. It's been one of those weeks. Um, but as far as reenacting videos, I really started those on the channel when the channel first kicked off, and honestly, I haven't been reenacting very much. I've had a lot going on in the background. I haven't quit reenacting. I just haven't reenacted. Um, and the war room is still here. I still get everything here, but I'm actually getting ready to go to an event next weekend. First event I've probably been to in over a year, and I'm very excited about it. This is the first event I've been really back to since the Aachen event you guys saw on this channel, which is a long time ago. So I said, you know what? It's due for a reenacting video for me. Get away from the travel stuff. Let's get back to the roots of the channel here a little bit. Let's throw one out for you guys. And well, I've got a cool subject I kind of wanted to hit on, and let's get into it. Okay, so pretty cool to be back doing the video with some of this stuff. It's been too long. But as I'm getting ready for this event, I'm doing my German impression, and this is the first time I've actually broken out my German impression in almost 5 years. It has been that long since I have did a German impression. Now I have everything. I have more than enough. I just never do it. And I'm always doing US if I go to an event. Well, this event, I said, you know what? I'm going to do German. So I was working on my pocket litter, things I want to take in my pockets, and things I should have in my pockets too. And it had me thinking, well, maybe I'll show you just a few of the items. This isn't everything, but this is just a few of the items that'll be going in my wallet, and also some of my pockets, maybe somewhere in one of my packs. Things to do around camp that looks period authentic. Things that you could display or pull out and explain to people kind of what soldiers had and what they did with their spare time. Because it wasn't fighting, all the time. There was a lot of downtime too with these guys. And there was different things they would do, different things they would have on their person to help pass time. And well, let's go through some of this now. So first thing is first. If I'm a German soldier during World War II, I'm going to, of course, want to have my wallet. This is where I'm going to keep my money, my maybe my sold book, anything I want to keep in here, letters, postcards, whatever, can be kept in here. And I have a few examples here of some of the things that I will be putting in here inside of this wallet. It's a pretty neat wallet. It's got a little separate pouch. I usually put my sold book over here, and then I'll throw money and different things, coins, something in there. And I didn't put any coins out here, but I do have some French francs. Now these are more Allied money. They're not really German Reichsmarks, but hey, it's a pocket filler. Maybe I took these off of a U.S. soldier. Maybe I took them out of France somewhere. So I have them, okay? And these I'm gonna put inside of this wallet, along with some German coins and some Reichsmarks. Also, some of the things you may see, I don't know if you would have necessarily saw these on the front line as much, but you would definitely have seen them. But it's just cool, period authentic looking pocket trash. Now this is original. What I would take with these is I would actually take these, put them on a copier, and I would print off copies of this original. I don't want to take this original with me. So that's what I'm going to do. And basically these are like stamps, and you can see there's no back to these. But these are original. They are not written on. These are in mint condition. You got them for butter, some brats, different things. This is what they would have had the ration food back home, but it looks period authentic. I don't think they would have necessarily had these on the front line as much, but hey, it's period authentic. So I'm gonna make a copy of this, stick in here for some pocket litter, pocket trash. I have some more examples here These are, again, unused originals from World War II. These are dated 1944, actually. And you can tell these are in, like, mint condition, with a exception of a few tears and stuff here and there. These are in mint condition. So I'm going to take these and copy these on my printer for some pocket trash. I also have this right here, which, again, mint condition. These go from 1942 December to August. And on the front, you can see that there. And again, don't know if they would have had these on the front line, but it looks period authentic, especially with the stamps and stuff. And it's really good for pocket litter. I mean, okay. Not many people are going to see it, but it is to improve my kit, my impression for myself. I also would keep a photo in here. I have no idea who this is, okay? This is not a family member. I don't know who this is. I look for period photos on Google, and I printed one out on photo paper. And, hey, this is a period photo of my mother or, you know, whoever I could keep in my wallet. Also, I have this little thing. I got this in from something I ordered one time, and this come in the package. So, hey, I kept it around for pocket litter. Sometimes when you order stuff, you know, people send you little extra things like this, and it's good to keep these for pocket litter. It's just a comic. So I'll stick that in here or in my jacket pocket somewhere. Also, I have a West Front newspaper. So this is not an original. This is a reproduction. Again, just like this, I ordered this from somewhere. I ordered something from somewhere and they sent this with it. I keep it for pocket litter. I mean, this is great stuff for pocket litter. I can keep this in my jacket pocket or in my wallet. And then I have a readily available West Front newspaper. I can just sit around somewhere and attempt to read, even though I don't read German. But it's still cool to have and cool to improve your impression in your kit. So this is a postcard. So this is a German postcard. You can see this here. Sorry for the cough. Sick, like I said. So this is something I would add as well. Maybe keep that in here or, you know, in the pack or somewhere else. But this is a blank postcard. This is not an original. It is a copy. And what I do is when I have blank copies like this, I'll take and print several off. So I can actually use these if I want to and then have backups. And I put this on the cardstock so it lasts a little bit longer. And there you go. I also have this is a postcard. This is an original postcard. Now, I would make a copy of this and also put it in somewhere, put it on cardstock. I'll make a copy front and back. And this is a picture of me and some of my boys on our front somewhere. And then postcard I could write home to someone. Here's another example of something I may have in my wallet, which is a pass. So that is always something good to add there. Also, no idea what I did here. I just wrote some scribble scrabble to make it look good. But these are copies of original felt post. Now, why does it have a stamp on it if it's a reproduction? Because I have a stamp kit. You can buy those. I have felt post stamps, so I can make it look like these are official. Best of my knowledge, anyway. It may not be correct, but it looks the part. And here's another here I did that's seen better days. But yeah, just put some stamps there and make it look more official, better. Now this is a copy of an original letter and envelope. You can see the stamps on the outside there. So I kind of just try to make it look kind of similar to some of this stuff. This I will make another copy of on my printer. And then add this to my kit, but this is an original. Then I have some original postcards here as well. You can see some flack there. And then on the back, someone has written their family a postcard. This is another original I will make a copy of to have something that looks original. Here's a plane here, German plane. And this one's cool because it's even got the stamp on the back. And again, make copies of this, add it into my my kit here or in my bag or somewhere. And then it's always good to have these blank envelopes that look like this. They have a little, you know, little bit of an old look to them, kind of a cardstock type look material and feel to them. Those are my favorite ones to use. Also, Wars In Shop always has cool stuff like this. I don't know exactly what it is. It's receipts, I believe. But hey, it's always cool to add stuff like this to pocket litter because it looks original. And this is original, actually. But I have a whole slew of these things. But again, I'll make copies of these off my printer. I don't want to ruin the originals. And then I have an exact reproduction copy that I have just made myself instead of spending a bunch of money buying them. Also, are some original labels here. I will make copies of these and transfer them usually to water decal type paper. And I could stick these on a bottle or, you know, whatever. You can find these Wars In Shop all day long too. This is a pack of cigarettes. I mean, this thing's been through the ringer. It's reproduction. I made this one, and you can do the same. Make you some on some cardstock, fold it over, and put your stamps up there. You know, this one, the stamp has completely wore down, but you can still see the stamp remnants, which is okay. And I can reuse these as well. And then, of course, we have the, well, I don't know if this is totally correct. I imagine the staples are not, but hey, you know, it just goes in my pocket litter. Is my copy of my sold book here. I added some stamps. Try to fill it out to the best of my ability. I know there's guys out there that do this for people for cost. You know, I attempted to do it myself. Not a lot of people are going to see these guys. I added in some stamps, very badly done stamps. But hey, it's filled out. You know, I attempted it here. Going off of original, you know, just made an attempt. But it's my pocket litter, and I do have my soul book, which you must have. Also, it is good to keep stuff like this around. Now, this is actually original, but I still use it anyway because you can get these from Wars In Shop. Notebooks. I mean, these things are great. This is original pencil. I could take notes. And that could go in either, I wouldn't necessarily put it in your bread bag, but maybe whatever, your toner screw pack, something like that. Keep it in there. But yeah, all this stuff will eventually wind up in here or in coat pockets. And this is all stuff you could add to make your impression a little bit better. Same thing as, you know, doing some of this stuff with the US stuff. This is original V mailbox. Copy these off on the printer. You have yourself a reproduction basically free of charge that you doing yourself. So yeah, I like to call this my master file of pocket litter. So I come back, make copies of this stuff on my copier, and then I can add it into my impression. So I know this video was shot very badly. That's okay. Get back to the roots of the channel here, you know. And I gotta admit, it's been pretty fun to do one of these videos again because I kind of missed them. And maybe some of you guys would take away from this. I haven't been in this war room actually in quite a while. I built a new studio and office, and I don't come here as much as I did anymore because I just haven't been in any events. And well, I still got everything. Let's turn you around so you can give you a quick sneak peek here. And don't mind it because it is kind of a mess right now. So I still got everything. It's all up here. It's sitting ready to go to the next event. I've got more stuff over there. Helmets, you know, German stuff, US stuff. Actually, my buddy Jack, that you guys see on the channel a lot of times, him and Mike both have half of my US stuff right now, half the stuff that goes in here. So a lot of the stuff's actually missing because I let them borrow it for an event. But yeah, I got the canteens, got the guns, got the crates here, you know, just stuff sitting idle, ready to go. And I really need to clean up in here. So I think I'm going to get to that. And I'm going to start continuing to work on stuff for the next event because I'm really excited to be attending an event again. A lot, actually. So I'm going to brush up on the ride bark, And yeah, I'm ready to break out of German depression for the first time in 5 years. So I'll see you guys at the event. Till then, keep observing history. Stay safe. Oh, and don't forget, Mondays, we've got our Bayonets and Brews podcast going. Absolutely fun time. We've got some cool guests coming up. This Monday is Aaron from Aaron's Civil War Travels. We also have Will from History Fix coming on at some point. Really excited about Andrew Biggio from the Rifle Project coming on with us at some point as well. So a lot of cool guests coming up. We're, of course, filming these Mondays at 6 p.m. I think this Monday, the time may be pushed back a little bit because of Aaron's availability. So we may get started a little bit later than normal. That's okay. But tune into us Monday, Bayonets and Brews History Talk podcast right here on this channel. You guys can see it live on YouTube. Join in on the show. And I'm going to continue getting ready for this event. So until then, Auf Wiedersehen.